I'm back with another video. So before we get into this video, I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We're now over 300 subscribers, on the road to 1,000 and more. And everybody who have watching this video now who have not subscribed, please make sure that you do so. And also make sure you check in the description box down below. Only thing you have to do is click the title. Description box will drop down so that way you can see all the helpful links. So now let's get right into this video. So for today's topic, we're doing always know the starting limit of the credit card that you're applying for. So right here, I have like the most popular starting limit for credit cards. So we have 300, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,500, and then 5,000 or 10,000. So 5,000 and 10,000 starting limits is going to be like your Visa signature cards. And most of these cards are travel cards. There's not many regular cards that start off with 5,000 and 10,000. An example for these cards would be like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve, the U.S. Bank, I believe it's the Altitude. You have the Citi Prestige card. So those are cards that would fit like in here. So when you're applying for cards that start off with 5,000 to 10,000, I wouldn't apply for those cards unless you have somewhat good income and you have trade lines reporting on your credit report already that's very close to 5,000 and 10,000 or at those limits or more. That's the only reason I would suggest applying for those cards. If all your card limits are like 300, 500, 1,000, I wouldn't waste inquiries trying to apply for these cards. I would get trade lines reporting around these limits first, so that way you increase your approval odds, because there's no way to get 100% approval odds, so you just want to get as close as possible to getting approved every time that you apply for something. So to get trade lines reporting around 5,000, 10,000, you could do primaries with My Jewelers Club and New Coast Direct. And these are just creditors that are known for, well, not known, but they're famous for giving out the $5,000 unsecured lines of credit. And there's not really much to buy on their websites or much benefit for them other than getting that trade line reporting, and it is a primary. Also, you can add on the authorized user, which will help as well. If you have an authorized user account with 5,000, that will help. Yeah, so don't apply for these cards unless you have limits around this or more showing. That way you just increase your approval odds. Now with these cards, with these starting limits, let's say you have high inquiries, a little bit high utilization, you have stuff wrong with your credit, this is what you're most likely going to be able to get approved for. Or if you do have good credit, to make sure that you're increasing your approval odds every time you do get applied and get a lot of cards, apply for all these cards and then build your limits up to these. And same thing with somebody who don't have trade lines reporting with high limits. Get these cards first and then build your limits up, and then once you get up here, then apply for those cards. It's all about increasing approval odds. So when you have trade lines reporting this, when you go to apply for a card, the creditor that you're applying for can see, okay, hey, another financial institution has trusted this customer with that kind of credit limit, so now we're more likely to trust them, versus only limit that you have is 500, 1,000. And then that's like a big risk for a bank to say, why we lend out 5,000 to them. Now there are banks that do. I'm pretty sure they do it. I'm not sure how often they do it, but you just want to make sure you're increasing your approval odds. So with knowing the starting limit of the credit card, I'm going to show you how to find the starting limit. And I already do have kind of like a list that I had started working on for myself, but I'll drop that down in the description box. But for this example, we're going to use Citi, and I may go to another credit card website, but we're on Citi and we're already on the credit card page, and we're going to click on the Citi Prestige card so you can see what I was talking about. So we will scroll down here. That's the Citi Prestige card. And then what you're going to be looking for when you're looking for the starting credit limit is you're going to be looking for phrases like learn more and apply, pricing and information, terms and conditions, credit card disclosure, things of that. Something that gives you more information about the card is where you want to go to find the starting limit of the card. So we're going to click here on pricing and information. I did it again. Once you get to pricing and information, you're going to have all this stuff with the APR, annual fee, and all that stuff. Now, as you start getting down here, I don't know if it's going to be able to show you on here, but as you start getting down here, it's going to be Let's see here. All right, here. If you can see that. Anyways, the section is credit information. And here it says, to receive a card account, you must meet our applicable criteria bearing on creditworthiness and any other of our eligibility criteria, which we determine in our sole discretion. Your revolving credit line limit will be determined based on the following. And then it has that, and then it says, we'll inform you on your revolving credit limit when you receive your card. Some limits may be as low as $5,000. So this for the Citi Prestige card, as low as $5,000. So $5,000 would be the starting limit for this card, and that's just that simple. You just have to go to like the price limit. We have to do a little bit of reading, and then some cards will not have the starting limit there. So what you have to do is just call customer service or check on YouTube for videos that have data points on it, or check credit forums. You know, it's a few different ways that you can find out what that starting limit is, and it's very important to do so that way if you have a purchase coming up a certain amount, you'll be able to make sure you have the credit available. And then, you know, with utilization, you may be trying to get a card to lower your utilization, different things of that nature. So always know what the starting limit of the credit card is. Also, this helps with getting high credit limit funding. So let's say instead of applying for any cards like this, you build your credit report up, and the only thing that you apply for is a Visa signature card. So all the cards you apply for start off at a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000. So if you apply for, let's say, 5 cards in a year and you get approved for $5,000 on each one, that's $25,000 easily. Now I'm just saying only if you get approved for the $5,000, and then let's say 6 months go by, you get it increased. So now you was at $25,000. Now you get increased to $50,000 because you got your credit limits double on all 5 cards. Same thing if you have got approval cards that start off at $10,000, you got 5 of them in 1 year. That'll be $50,000. Then 6 months go by, you get a credit limit increase. Let's say they double it. Now you'll be at $100,000 in credit just by only applying for Visa signature cards or cards that start with very high credit limits. Let's see what else to put here. Also know your credit report and your makeup, so that way you know what to apply for, what not to apply for, what tier card that is, and just improving your odds of getting approved. These cards here is gonna be like for well, before I get sidetracked again, but applying for any unsecured credit, please have over a 700 credit score. You can get approved with like the 600s, but it's always best to get over 700. Have under 30% utilization, no derogatories, no negative anything. Also, another thing that's not related to the actual credit lines and stuff as well, you want to make sure on your credit report that you only have like one spelled version of your name and one address or 2 addresses, and that's it. You don't want to have too many addresses and too many names on your credit report as well, so you do want to clear those up. So yeah, just knowing the starting limit of the credit card, I showed you how to find it. I will include in the description box down below some of the cards that I've already found with the starting limit. So yeah, for high limit cards, go ahead and get those primaries added on, get an authorized user added on with those high limits. Get credit cards that start here, build the limits up, and then just keep doing that, and then you'll get yourself away to getting a whole bunch of high starting limit credit cards. And also this helps with what stage you are in with credit. So if you're just starting out, start with these cards first and then work your way up. Then same thing for somebody who already has established credit. Skip this, just only apply for $5,000, $10,000 starting limit cards, and that'll help you get to your credit available faster. Let's see what else to add here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Something I just found out when I was applying for cards. You know, just check what the starting limit is to make sure that I have the credit available that I want. Make sure I'm able to reach the sign-up bonus and everything like that. So if you found very valuable information in this video, drop it down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you.